Backlog! 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 Hey guys, welcome to the Backlog. Will, what's the Backlog?
The Backlog is a segment of the Wulff Den podcast where we go through our entire video game collection, a collection of over 978 games. We put them in a little Excel spreadsheet, and today we're going to pick one at random and talk about it, regardless of whether or not we have played it.
How many games?
978.
We're looking at 219.
19. That is Spy Hunter for the NES.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember Spy Hunter. For the NES?
For the NES. I didn't know we had it for the NES.
I definitely got it at a convention in some way.
Yeah. This is going to be hard because I don't know if I've played the NES version, but I've definitely played the arcade version, and I imagine they're basically the same.
They are very similar,
Yes.
and that is a good thing. Because
Yes.
the arcade is very good.
Yes, the arcade version is a lot of fun.
This is just you're in a car, and you're going up really fast, and you're shooting guns out the front of the car.
Yep.
And that's really cool, and not something you really see in a lot of anything. There was like a James Bond movie where he did that.
Yeah.
It was like out of the headlights or something.
Yeah.
But like surprisingly, there's not a lot of shooting out the front of a car in a lot of games or a lot of movies.
Yeah, and this game here put it into game form, and they made it really fun. It's the fast pace, especially for the time, was unique, and it really added a sense of danger on top of like all the other enemies in the game.
The sense of speed is insane because really all that's given you the sense of speed is on the sides of the screen are trees just blowing by.
But like you can see like the roads like expand and contract like very rapidly, and you have to like maneuver yourself on it, otherwise you'll get lost in the woods and explode. You got to avoid all the other cars.
I need to just check to make sure I wasn't in 2x speed because this is
I know.
I think the arcade version is a little more vertical. It is a standing arcade that has a wheel and a foot pedal.
Yes.
So you play standing up and driving with the wheel.
Yeah.
But the NES version is extremely similar, but you are playing with it.
I think they made a sit down version of it so you can like sit down and actually like feel like you're in a car. Yeah, I don't know if you saw on screen, but like sometimes a truck comes by and you can drive into the truck and upgrade your vehicle, which is really cool. I think later in the game, like you can actually like turn into a boat and go in the water, or that might be a different
No, you're right.
Oh, it is Spy Hunter. Okay.
It is actually also one of the most clicked on parts of the playthrough.
Yeah, because it's not like it's an arcade game.
Never got this far.
Well, because it's an arcade game. They're extremely difficult. They hide things like later in the game because like you're never supposed to see it. Like, and if you do see it, you're one of the lucky ones. You're part of an exclusive club. You got to see the boat part of Spy Hunter.
Yeah, I had no idea this was a thing.
Yeah.
I liked this game a lot. We never had it. I would play it at the arcade frequently, and I think I got the NES version at a convention because it was extremely cheap, and I felt like we needed to have it because
this is a good game.
It's not a lot of great NES games, and I think this is one of the great NES games.
There's not a lot of good arcade conversions for NES.
At the time, home arcade conversions were bad. It was the worst version of the arcade game. And this one's pretty decent.
Yeah, this was a good one. It took the Spy Hunter concept and it was able to apply it to the home version.
Yeah. They did make a Spy Hunter game for the PS2.
Yes, we have 2 copies of that for some reason. I've heard
big Spy Hunter fans.
I've heard that one's actually very good. The PS2 game. I know they made a sequel to it, Spy Hunter 2, which I heard is less good, and then there was Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run, which starred The Rock.
I was gonna say there was one that was The Rock.
Yes,
this game does look awesome.
Yeah, I've heard Spy Hunter on PS2 is very good.
I have to give this a try.
We have 2 copies, so you take one, I take one, and we see how it is. But yeah.
Yeah, the franchise didn't really do that much. You got these games, and then I wouldn't say it was popular at all.
I would say it's definitely got a cult following, but like really just for the original game.
Yeah, the original game was immensely popular.
Yeah.
This PS2 one and everything after that, not popular.
Which is a shame because I feel like this is a formula that could translate very well to like a modern day. Like car combat game.
Yeah,
like
I'm
racing
surprised
game.
there's not a lot of car combat stuff going on. Like you got Burnout, even Burnout. Like Burnout's
Yeah,
amazing,
but,
like there's not much.
That's more like strict
spinning off of
racing. I'm
that.
talking about like where you have like weapons
Yeah.
and like, you know, equipment to like take out all the other cars on the
I guess you
field.
got Vigilante 8,
But, like,
and
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal, yeah.
You know,
But even that's I feel like there's still a lot more that could come out of car combat stuff.
yeah, like when there hasn't been a new Vigilante 8 since the N64. When was the last time we got a new Twisted Metal game?
Yeah.
You know, it's a genre that like should be more popular, but just they don't make it for whatever reason. Like the only racing games we get now are your standard racing games, your Forzas, your Need for Speeds, your Gran Turismos, or Mario Kart. Mario Kart's really the only like car combat game on the market right now.
Legitimate Wulff Den fan says you can play a port of this in Gotham Knights in your hideout. There's an arcade cabinet in the upstairs area for some reason.
So, Spy Hunter is made by Midway. And Midway, when they went out of business, they got bought by Warner Brothers. That's why there's a Spy Hunter cabinet in Gotham Knights. That's another problem because outside of Mortal Kombat, Warner Brothers does not give a shit about the Midway license. They have all of these classic games like Spy Hunter, like Rampage. What else did Midway make? They made a lot of stuff. But like they don't care because they got Mortal Kombat. And even then, they don't care about the old Mortal Kombat games. Just keep farting out the new Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah.
So, which is a shame because like Midway had a great library of stuff that like you'll never see.
Yeah. Again, I'm surprised that we haven't seen much from Spy Hunter, but at the very least, the one for the NES, pretty good. The arcade game, pretty good.
Yeah.
Go give it a try.
Don't buy Gotham Knights just to play Spy Hunter.
I'd say that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can find these not even just on archive.org, but I'm pretty sure you can find ways to play it in a browser.
Yeah.
Give it a try. Try Spy Hunter. It's good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming to the backlog, everybody. Come to a podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.